This is our Ford Bronco. We are back here in Sedona at Broken Arrow Trail for round 2 of Trail Tested. So in the first episode of this, we took this exact same Bronco out to this trail to see how the vehicle did stock, and now it's on 37s, it's got suspension done to it, we built the whole thing up, and it's time to return to Broken Arrow and see how this thing does now that it's all built. So what we really want to do out here is compare kind of the stock to what it is on now, with the tires, lift, all that kind of good stuff done to it. So really, it's also just an opportunity to come out and have fun, and throughout this whole video, we'll walk you guys through some of the upgrades that we did to our Bronco to turn it into kind of the beast that you see right behind me. So with that, I'm Taylor with KC, and welcome to Trail Tested. Did you even go off-roading if you didn't record yourself airing down? But the other problem with this, seriously, is if we don't record ourselves airing down, you get a bunch of comments about, oh, you didn't even air down, you should have aired down, it would have made the whole thing a lot more fun and better. Okay, so we aired down. Okay, so what did you think of that?
Compared to stock, way more control. Even when it went sideways a little bit, it stayed in control and just wanted to keep going forward. So it was really cool. Very stable.
Were you 4 high, 4 low?
4 low on that. Yeah, 4 low and locked in the rear, just to, make it easy.
Cool.
But it was fun.
It looked great.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay. And Jacob is... Don't roll over, Jacob. Don't move. Jacob, I can see your underwear.
Oh, what color are they?
From the front, yellow.
They're actually...
Bleed this color, dude.
Thank you for not killing me, Ron. Appreciate you.
This, like, where we're, like, talking to the camera to me feels so, like...
You don't talk. Just sign language your way out of this.
Okay, so Ron drove this section. This is that little spur that goes up to Submarine Rock. Yep. And since he was the one that drove it the first time when this thing was completely stock, I was like, you gotta do it again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, after, riding this thing stock up this little obstacle, we kind of slid a little bit. I remember the tires didn't really adhere too much and smoked up the trail a little bit.
This is when we had those Goodyear Wranglers on it.
Goodyear Wranglers from the factory, yeah. Exactly. This thing with the suspension, the new wheels and tires, just cakewalk. I just walked right up this thing like butter. I mean, the first time I went up, it went a little crooked, but it maintained its forward movement, and the articulation just kept it tracking and climbed right up, no problem, no spinning the tires or anything. So yeah, a lot more in control. It was a lot of fun. Obviously airing down, we're at 15. That's going to help quite a bit. We have the BFG M3s, the mud terrains on it. They're 37s now. That's obviously a huge upgrade compared to what came on it from the factory, which was almost a 35. It's on Icon suspension, so it's got the billet control arms, it's got the beautiful trailing arms, it's like 2-ish inches of lift, somewhere in that range. So this thing handles a lot better than it did when it was stock. So this thing's much more dialed in for this kind of riding than it was way back when. Extremely capable, easy to drive, maneuvers great, just, it's fun. We're gonna rip the KC wrap off, and I'm gonna steal this as my personal vehicle. I just don't like having the KC wrap on personal vehicles because you gotta be very careful with how you're driving. Yeah, you can't be dumb. You gotta be good representative on the highway at all times.
Basically, Ron can't drive it.
No, never, not with the logo.
Mr. Chicago. Yeah. So, as of right now, this is our storage solution inside of the Bronco. We have our first aid kit floating because the straps that I have right here just fall off. All the stuff just kind of randomly thrown in here. We have a bin of snacks, but we do have the good snacks. Oh, and we pick up our trash. But my whole point is pretty soon, it didn't make it in time for this video, but we have a full goose gear system coming for the Bronco. So really excited about that. It's the drawer system that kind of goes right in here. It's the 12-inch tall version of it. So it'll be really nice. If you ever run into us on the trail, we're going to be fully stocked with koozies, stickers, all that good stuff. So if you run into us, come say hi and we'll give you some swag if you ask for it. Goose gear, we're also getting one of those drop down tables here. You can see our tailgate's already kind of roughed up and raw, so we're excited to cover that up, make it look a little bit better, but also just have a functional table back here as well. Bronco doesn't have a ton of room as is, so excited to make it a little bit more functional and usable. One of the really cool things that we have since discovered on this Bronco, since the first trail tested video, is if you look under here, they included a bottle opener. So if you're out camping, hanging out, having fun, parked for the night, open your beers, have a little good time.
Or your root beers.
Or your root beers. Good job, Ford. This thing's a lot of fun. I very much enjoy this vehicle stock. Built, compared to stock, it is much more capable. Ron and I both noticed that.
Absolutely.
When we're at that little, I don't even know what you call that obstacle. It's just like a little bypass side obstacle thing. Tires had way more grip than they did the first time that we tried to do that. When we first tried to do that before it was built, we had to be in rear locker on, front locker on, for low obviously, and it was still like and kind of shifting us off to the driver's side.
Yeah, we were sliding sideways a little bit, but not this time.
Yeah, and when you're like 20 degrees plus of incline, it felt really sketchy. So this was just like walked right up it. So pretty stoked on how this Bronco turned out.
It's doing awesome.
That's pretty much a wrap. We had an awesome day out on the trail. I'm super impressed with how the Bronco did out here. Obviously the bigger tire size helps a ton. Broken Arrow is not a trail that you have to have 37s for. It's not a trail that you have to have front and rear lockers for. Honestly, you can do it with 33s and four-wheel drive and maybe a rear locker if you want to have a little bit of fun. But even still, this Bronco is an absolute blast. Yeah, it was just a good time. So I'm really happy with all the upgrades. We got a couple little things left to finish up on this thing, but overall, I don't know, Ron, what'd you think? I had a great time.
It was a blast. It was a lot more fun than the stock vehicle, that's for sure. I mean, it's a lot more capable, smooth, confident, just fun.
Agreed.
Yeah, great.
Agreed. The other cool part is obviously with the giant KC wrap on this thing, it kind of is an attention caller. All the pink Jeeps through here, everybody's laughing and waving, having a good time. And then we saw a cool group of Nissan Pathfinders. We saw a bunch of 4Runners and other Jeeps out here. So everybody says hi, and it's a really cool opportunity for us just to be able to connect with the community and, I don't know, just say hi to all the people on the trail. And, you know, for us, this is kind of a hometown trail. It's only 45 minutes for both Ron and I to get here, so it's pretty quick. So it's a blast. Overall, really excited. I would say trail test successful for the Bronco. Not many other things I'd want to do to it. I think we probably need to do skid plates underneath. I think we need to trim the rear fender wells a little bit.
Absolutely, got a little fender rub in the rear, so that needs trimmed. Other than that, like I said, skid plates, she's done. It's good to go.
Good to go. All right, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up. It helps us a ton. Yeah, Thanks for tuning in. Remember to adventure further.